Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to the segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. Our recitation, Gaudi Mahalla Pehla, Duji Maia Jagat Chit Vaas, Kaam Krodh Ahankar Binaas, Duja Kaun Kaha Nahi Koe, सब मह एक निरंजन सोए, दूजी दुर्मते आखे दोए, आवे जाए मर दूजा होए, धरण गगन नह देखो दोए, नारी पुरख सबाई लोए, रब सस देखो दीपक उजियाला, सरब निरंतर प्रीतम बाला, कर कृपा मेरा चित लाया, सतगुरु मोको एक बुझाया, एक निरंजन गुरमुख जाता, दूजा मार शब्द पछाता, एको हुक्म वर्तै सब लोई, एकस ते सब उपत होई, राह धोवै खसम एको जान, गुर कै शब्द हुक्म पछाण, सगल रूप वर्ण मन माही, कहो नानक एक सालाही, सगल रूप वर्ण मन माही, कहो नानक एको सालाही. This passage talks about the notion of duja or duji, which literally means the second one or the other. And this points to the idea of dualism or duality of the mind, which is a fundamental concept in religious thought, not only in India but elsewhere. In the Indian systems, for instance, there are philosophical systems like Samkhya that believe that there are indeed two independent eternal principles that together form creation. One being the Purusha or consciousness, and the other being Maya or material. And that they exist as co-creators in eternity. In Sikhi, though, that is not the idea. The duality that exists in the mind is built in ignorance that conceals the oneness of reality. Maya, as such, doesn't have an independent existence. It arises because it works under the command of the Creator. And that's the clarity that Guru Nanak is establishing for us. He says, Duji Maia Jagat Chit Vaas, Kaam Krodh Ahankar Binaas. Maya is the other self. Maya is also used for Haume, the other self that resides in the minds of beings. Jagat Chit Vaas. It's established in the mind. Kaam Krodh Ahankar Binaas. Lust, anger, and self-pride are the agents of Maya. They are destructive agents of Maya. And then the central point that Guru Nanak makes is by asking, Duja kaun kaha nahi koi? How can we say the other when there is no other? Sab mein ek niranjan soi. The same essence of perfection, niranjan, impeccable, untouched by matter, so to speak, that is not necessitated by matter. All other form is necessitated by materiality, but not the niranjan. And it is called a blemish because it degrades. Matter degrades, changes over time. So the Ek Niranjan is eternal. It does not degrade, but it is present as the essence in everything. So how are we going to call the Duja, the other? Because there is none. This is the illusion of the mind, as the Guru says in the following Pankti. He says, Duji Durmati Akhe Doe Ave Jaye Mar Duja Hoye. So only in Durmat, which is fallacious thinking, malignant thinking, malignant because it causes degradation, only in Durmat can one speak of duality. Duji Durmat Akhe Koi. Kadon Akhda? When you are in Durmat, when you are in this distorted, erroneous thinking. And what that does is it traps the mind in the delusion of opposites, of coming and going, in the delusion of birth and death. Because Gurbani says even that is a delusion that stems from Maya. That is what we have to transcend. And now the Guru speaks from his perspective, and he says, Tarana Gagana nah dekho doe. I see not the duality of earth and sky. Nari purkha sabaya loe. I don't see duality in man or woman. Indeed, I see not duality in all creation. Ravsas dekho deepak ujala sarab nirantar pritam bala. This is what I see. I witness the eternal beloved. I see the eternal beloved pervade endlessly. Sarab nirantar. It's continuous, it's eternal, it's all pervasive. It is in the sun and in the moon. Ravasas dekho, and in their light, their lamp-like light. Deepak Ujala. And this is how we fix our fallacious thinking. Kari kirpa meri chit laya, Satguru moko eka bujhaya. This is how it happens. With compassion, he says, with compassion, the true enlightener, the Satgur, which is the principle of knowledge within us. That principle guided me to still the undulating wavering of my mind. It taught me to still my mind. Mera chit laya, stilled it. And then, when that happened, the hidden unity of oneness in all creation was revealed to me. Satguru moko ek bujhaya. Bujhaya, not samjhaya. Because it is a mystery that we have to realize through our intuitive awareness. And that comes when we quieten the mind and allow that insight to build. So by turning to the Guru, the duality of the mind is erased. When we understand and recognize the message of the Sabad, Duja Mar Sabad Pachata. Pachata, recognize, understand. Then, Ek Niranjan Gurmukh Jata. By absorbing Guru wisdom, the unblemished self, the impeccable self, is revealed within. It's realized. And what is it that you realize? Eko hukam varte sab loi. Ekaste sab upat hoi. From oneness has the diversity of creation become manifest. And that the writ of oneness, Eko hukam, pervades its creation. Understand that both paths belong to the cosmic master, the path of Gurmat and the path of Durmat. Durmat, of course, distorted thinking, folly, the folly of thinking that there is two, me and the other, and Gurmat, which teaches you and gives you insight into oneness. So the Guru says, understand that both paths belong to the cosmic master. Ra dome khasam eko jaan. So the good, the bad that appears to you to be the good and the bad are all part of this hukam. Gur ke sabad hukam pashan. This insight comes to you from the sabad, the message of the Guru, as it is contained in the Guru Granth Sahib. That is where it comes to you from. So you have to build an intimacy, develop an intimacy with the sabad. Sagal roop vara manamahi kaho nanak eko salahi. Sagal roop varana manamahi. The one is present as the essence of all form and all color. Sagala Rupa Varan, all forms that you see, shapes, colors, are essentially from the same essence. And this essence is also in the mind, Manamahi. And in the end, says Nanak, praise that one, Eko Salahi. On that note, until the next time, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.